I got a couple of questions about this. I figured I'll address this up front. This one comes from Connor in Tyler, Texas. He wanted to know my thoughts on the whole situation. I'm sure you saw the story. It was on a bunch of websites this week. And on Twitter, there was a woman. Who knows at this point? It was a picture. Her avatar is a woman. It could very well be some dude in his basement. Who the hell knows? But a woman on Twitter named Veronica sent out a series of tweets calling out Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for blowing off fans. This would have been after a show. I don't know if it was Raw Monday night or a live event. They were recognized in like a convenience store or a supermarket or something like that. And I guess there were some kids and some fans who were, coming over to them and bothering them for some photos. They wanted to, get some pictures. And apparently, according to this person, they did not treat the fans with respect. She said that her dad saw Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and they were dickheads. And, the couple of pictures that were posted, one is of Roman in the store, and the other is of Seth, and there's a few kids around him, and you can't really see what the hell's going on because there's still shots. It's not like there's video. And also, by the way, who the hell knows when these photos were even taken? I don't remember what shirt Rollins, for example, was wearing in the photo, if it was like a recent shirt of his. These could be photos from a year ago, 2 years ago. We don't know when these photos were even taken. So they became the target of this person's tweets and, trying to make them out to be ungrateful. And, they treated their fans, poorly. Roman Reigns told this person's father that I'm not an animal in a cage and stop taking pictures of me. And anyway, but apparently Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss, the photo of them, there's a photo of the two of them shopping and, they were nice as can be. And, my thought on this is very simple. And I know different people have different opinions. And, if you are a professional wrestler, there is a certain expectation that comes along with that, look, people are going to do these sorts of things. You're a celebrity. And it's not just a wrestler thing. I mean, this is for actors. This is for musicians. And so it's celebrity culture, especially in the age of social media and smartphones and smartphone cameras. And it's not about autographs anymore. Like, I don't give a shit about autographs. You want to get a picture. Everyone wants a picture with the person. So you go up to the person. They could have a fork literally in their mouth at a restaurant. The restaurant would be like a cutoff, right? Restaurants and bathrooms, you would think for most people would be just like, those are just two zones you don't enter. And there are fans that have no problem walking up to you if you're in the middle of eating and, oh, can I get an autograph? Can I get a photo? There's that famous photo of Randy Orton in the men's room. And it's actually a really funny photo. Orton's washing his hands. He just took a piss. I hope it was just a piss. And he's in the bathroom. He's washing his hands, at least, thank God. Randy Orton, I mean, you never know. I would be a little hesitant to shake his hand. So he's in the bathroom and he's washing his hands. And he's got this dumb look on his face because he looks up in the mirror. And in the mirror, you can see this kid. And I think the father was with him there in the background. He's snapping a photo. They're in the men's room. And it's one thing, if it's a kid, the kid probably doesn't even know any better. But, if you have a parent there with you watching this whole thing go down, what kind of dumb schmuck do you have to be to think that in any world on any planet that something like that would be appropriate? You can't at least wait till the guy comes out of the bathroom? There's only one exit door. What's he going to do, climb out the window? You can't wait outside for him? So this is the sort of thing that happens. There's just certain expectations, I think, that you have to have as a performer, that there are going to be people who do this sort of thing. Now, that being said, they don't owe us shit once they're outside the arena. Once they leave that building, once they're going to their car, if they're outside the arena, if they're at a restaurant or a mall or whatever, they are under no obligation to do shit for you. They don't have to sign an autograph. They don't have to take a picture. Now, you can certainly go on social media and you can say, well, this person was a dick. You can do that. That is your right to do that. And there are people who absolutely act like dicks. I've seen it myself. Most people, though, are really cool about it, and they'll be like, yeah, no problem. Like, there are people, like I've heard Matt Stryker say, listen, I don't care unless you see me eating or I'm, like, running to the gate to catch a flight. I don't care where we are or what's going on. You can always ask me if you want to take a photo, you want an autograph or something. I've heard, like, Johnny Gargano say the same thing, and that's great. I think that's a great attitude to have. But I'm not going to sit here and bash Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins if this really happened. And again, I tend to think it probably didn't, but if it really happened this way, I don't blame them at all. It's after a show. They're trying to get some food. You got people swarming them. Maybe they were just having a bad night. Maybe they were tired. Maybe it was late. Maybe they just wanted to get back to the hotel. They don't have to explain themselves to us. They're under no obligation to explain to us why they don't want to give a photo, why they don't want to give an autograph. So I don't see why they're positioned as the bad guys here in this situation. Not only that, but this person, this woman, actually went on and admitted, she was going back and forth with people on Twitter and admitted, like, why would you post this? She just wanted to get attention. She admitted, she said, I only posted this because I wanted to get attention and see, how the wrestling fans would respond. And of course, everybody, for the most part, everybody attacked her, I think, and stuck up for Roman and for Seth, as well they should, because they didn't do anything wrong. They don't owe you anything. This sense of entitlement is such bullshit. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where it started. I don't want to just say, oh, it's the younger generation. Believe me, there's a lot of people who are older than me who have this sense of self-entitlement, and I think it's just a crock of shit. These people don't owe you a damn thing. Leave them alone. That's my attitude about it. Because I'm sure 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, they're two guys who I actually hear positive stories about. So that's what makes this whole thing even fishier to me, is that I hear more stories about them going out of their way to be nice to people and engage with people than the opposite. I don't hear stories generally about them being dicks to people. It's not like they have a reputation. Some guys have a reputation for that. That's just the way they are. These two guys are not two of the people that I hear stories like that about, which is why I'm skeptical. But if they were having a bad night, if they just said, look, I can't, I don't want to, or I can't, unless Seth turned around and cussed all of them out or something, that would be a different story. And I'm sure that's not what happened here. But leave these fucking guys alone, for God's sakes. They don't owe you a damn thing. People will say, oh, of course they do. We pay their checks and we bought their house. Again, it's the sense of entitlement. Do you hear yourself? And so what? You bought their t-shirt. Oh, okay, good. Send them a tweet. When he's waiting in line at the fucking convenience store to get a burrito so they can have a late night snack, they don't owe it to you to stand there and take 5 million selfies. So they didn't do anything wrong here. It's somebody trying to stir shit and get attention for themselves. Congratulations. It worked. But in a way, it backfired, because if the goal was to kind of make Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins out to be some kind of villains here, if anything, I saw people just rallying around them, which is a hard thing to do given Roman Reigns, the way people feel about him. But I saw more people sticking up for him than anything else this week, and you can add my name to it too. I don't think they did anything wrong. This whole sense of, you want to go up and ask for a photo, that's fine. I have no issue with that. Look, when WrestleMania weekend rolls around, and I'm doing, the podcast, and we have our own, podcast meetups and stuff, I bump into so many people over WrestleMania weekend. It's my favorite part of the whole thing, even more than WrestleMania. I love meeting everybody. There are people who will come up to me, and they're like, oh, can we get a picture? And it's, weird for me, because who the hell am I? But I do it. That's me. I have no issue doing that myself. But believe me, I'm not getting the kind of people coming up to me that Seth Rollins is getting or Roman Reigns is getting probably every 5 minutes. But if they can't do it or they say no, you don't go on social media and bitch about it. Unless they were overly mean to you. Went out of their way to be a dick to you and you didn't do anything wrong. But otherwise, oh, I'm a fan of theirs. I bought a ticket. I bought their merch. I did this. I'm entitled to an autograph. You're entitled to shit. That's what you're entitled to.